Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Woman Empowerment Series video podcast. And this is a series where I showcase amazing and wonderful ladies in Malaysia. And today's guest, I'm privileged to have Hannis Hisham. Assalamualaikum. Hi Hannis.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you so much, Farisha, for having me on the show. Amazing stuff you've got here. Thank you for the invite. Terima kasih.
Okay, sama-sama. How are you? How's it going?
I, I am very, very good. It has been
Mhm.
very busy. Work-wise, life-wise, everything, relationship with people wise, because you need extra effort because now everybody is staying at home, right? So you need that extra effort to connect with people. But overall, I can't complain. Life has been good given the circumstances, alhamdulillah. And it's November. I can't wait for what 2021 brings. How about you, Farisha? How are you?
Yes, I'm doing good, Alhamdulillah. Busy with work as well. And you're
Mm.
right, despite 2020 being a tough year due to coronavirus, COVID-19, we have to always look on the bright side. Yes, and it's been tough for everyone. Yeah, it's been tough for everybody, especially businesses, and there's a lot of companies who are retrenching employees. A lot of people lost their jobs due to COVID-19, and we hope that 2021 will be a good year, inshallah.
Fingers crossed. I mean, alhamdulillah, inshallah, inshallah.
Yes,
I know that there are challenges out there. People have it rough.
yes.
Not everybody, like you said, not everybody has a job, but I feel excited to see the rising entrepreneurship out there. You know, a lot of people have been selling a lot of stuff, and the amount of support that they get is truly amazing to see. And that's, I think, what makes Malaysia so special. We're so supportive of each other.
Yes, and the rise of digital marketing, digital
Yes,
entrepreneurship. Yeah.
yes, yes, correct.
Okay, Hanis. Okay, first question. What does woman empowerment means to you?
Women empowerment. Number one, I think a lot of people mistake women empowerment with bringing down the other gender, discounting the other gender. No, I feel women empowerment is when women themselves and men rise together to really provide equal opportunities for everybody. And for those who, had less or began with less, why not we provide them extra opportunity for them, because the idea is to have a
Mm.
level playing field. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel that's what women empowerment means, letting that person be or become the most ideal person that she can be. And of course I have a lot of a lot throughout my life I have been inspired by a lot of women, tua muda, from different fields, and
Backgrounds.
yeah, and then it's really lovely. I know the awareness for more women in on the table is there, but I feel that it's just one step. We're taking one step at a time. Is good, but I feel that there's way more room for improvement. I'm excited to see more women out there and men together. There's a lot of room for everybody, I feel. So that's what women empowerment means to me.
High five.
Pew!
Okay, next question. Who are the most
Yes.
inspirational woman leaders that you admire in Malaysia and also
Mm.
internationally?
Women leaders in Malaysia. I think this is a tough one because throughout my life, I have met several important women, whether or not they're, in the public eye or not, they have been important to me. I think um, my mother would be very inspiring to me. She has been through a lot. Like, if you can imagine, drama petang-petang Samarinda, and then you just darab dengan tiga. That's what my mom has gone through all her life. But of course, it's not like a sad story or anything. It's very inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
For example, my mom, she had to raise me at a very young age. I think they got married pretty young, but not young, but quite young. And they weren't always senang. They weren't always, they didn't have much.
Mhm.
And I was a very huge baby, and of course they had to give a lot of food and affection, and also along the way education to me. And I think from such a young age, seeing my mother really dedicating her life through in keeping the family together has really been inspirational. And at the same time, she also has her own thing, her own enterprise, her own business. Of course, things aren't going so well now, but I have seen her gone through so many challenges in life. And of course her business is impacted because of the pandemic, but
Mhm.
I truly believe that she can go through this because she has gone through a lot more worse in the past, right? That's a person in Malaysia. And of course, we have a lot more inspirational women here. I think like I met you, and I felt that you're one of the most inspirational people that I've met. And you really provided a space for other people to be celebrated. A lot of people are in love with their own voice, and it shows. But for you celebrate others. You don't, it's not all about us. It's the world's bigger than us, and I really appreciate that about you. What else? I think inspiring women around me, my friends. I think if I can just mention a few: Najwa, Zainab, Farhana Ayuni. I mean, if you guys are listening, you guys have been inspirational to me. And oh, my other friends, Nicole Lee, Lillian, who else? Oh, I'm very sure that I'm missing someone here, but these women are very, very important. Not only in transforming myself into the best self I can be, but also in you know um helping me when things are a little rough. And for example, like I haven't always been an MC. And in fact, one of these beautiful women, Lillian, actually pushed me towards MC. She didn't know her impact at the time, but I feel that empowering other women doesn't have to be a big gesture. It's not about like giving funding to the other person, promoting it on social media. No, it's small stuff like saying, hey, you can do this. Hey, why not? You're good. And or saying like, hey, why not you venture into this? And that's one of the examples of how my friend, a lot of my friends have been very impactful in my life. Yeah, I hope that's not a bit too long, but yeah.
Okay, and how about international? Who do you admire on the international sphere? Woman
Uh,
I know.
internet Internationally, I am a huge fan of I'm not sure if you know. Well, I would want to say Oprah, but I feel there are a lot of you know uh, amazing people out there. If I can just, I can't pick one at the moment. But if I can share one of the most inspirational people out there, the person would be, I don't know, that there are a lot of actresses out there that are championing so many different things. It's
Mm-hmm,
hard to pick one.
mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think if you look at my Instagram and you look at who I follow, then you would know who are the people that I really enjoy. I mean, they don't really have to be, famous politicians like Kamala Harris or the first lady. I mean, she's always been the first lady to me, which is Michelle Obama. I mean, who doesn't love that woman, right? But I feel that there are a lot of inspiring women from the land of comedy, from entrepreneurship or social enterprises. And yeah, I don't think it's fair for me to pick. And also because I can't remember any of them right now, I'm blanking. But yeah, how about you? Who do you really look up to outside?
Okay,
Asia?
I have a lot internationally.
Yes,
Okay, number one, Oprah.
of
Number
course.
two, Michelle Obama. Number three, Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
And AOC.
AOC.
AOC. She's,
AOC.
yeah.
I'm blanking. Who's AOC?
AOC, yeah, she's the politician. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
Famous American politician. Yeah, she's really active in activism and also women
Mhm.
empowerment, AOC. Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm really drawing a blank right here. Maybe it's just a
yeah.
part of the brain that's not willing to remember. But yeah, I think like these people really inspire other women, and
Mhm.
that goes beyond boundaries. And of course, um, I think little girls everywhere are empowering their peers also. You don't have to be a woman in their late 40s to begin empowering other people. And that's where I think a lot of people need to change their mentality, because to inspire others doesn't mean that you have to have a certain degree or a certain vocation or reach a certain age baru you boleh bagi advice ke orang. I don't think that's correct. And I think little girls in schools with their little girlfriends are also, bringing a change in the world. I feel that the world is moving towards a less superficial, you know, outlook, and more meaningful in the way we connect, in the way of what the things that we talk about. I think we've developed into a deeper society.
Mhm.
Maybe a lot of people, don't agree, but I am optimist on that part.
Okay, all right. Next question. What is your
Okay.
advice to the young generation out there, to the millennials, Gen Z?
Mhm. My advice would be, if I can give it an advice, is that um don't put your value on a number. Um, yeah, take it as you will. What number that may be, for example, don't put your value on the number of followers you have. Don't put your value on the number of the the number of number of money that you have in your bank account, the number of zeros at the back, right? Don't put your value on the number of property that you have. Of course, these are material things. These sometimes they make us happy. They complete our lives to a certain
Mhm.
extent, but they don't define your value. If you have 100 followers, 1,000 followers, 20,000 followers, so what? So what? It's just a platform for you to reach more people, to spread more positivity. But it's not correct for you to say she has more followers and therefore she is more valuable than this person right here who doesn't even have a social media following. So I feel like, as for the younger generation,
Mhm.
I do notice this, and I observe that the
Mhm.
perception of value is moving towards more material things, more number oriented, measures. And I feel that as a society, like I said, if we want to be continue to become a more sophisticated society, we have to look beyond that. And I think that's an advice that I would give to myself too, because obviously having a lot of followers isn't bad. It's nice to see, and you also, for me, I use my platform as where I would do business. So numbers is actually important to me, because that would mean, what I put on social media, the
Mm.
number of followers would determine how many eyeballs would see my content. So as a business, when I promote my services, be it writing, be it translating, be it master of ceremony, hosting an event,
Mhm.
I would need those followers. But at the same time, I do not put value in myself,
Mhm.
as a person, or as a business, to the number of followers. It's just marketing to me. Okay, I need this number to reach that certain reach, but I always would have to remind myself, you know what? It's okay if your content doesn't have many likes. It's okay if you don't have many followers. It's you are you. Your value doesn't diminish. It's just that it would be nice to have a wider reach for marketing objective. So I try to be very objective in why do I want the numbers. So I don't connect it with my own self-worth. So I try to become, more balanced and objective on that sense. If that makes sense, yes. So don't put your value on numbers. Put it in the quote.
Okay.
So what's your advice? I want to know.
My advice for the younger generation, just go with the flow, and throughout life you will face many challenges, many disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can only plan things, but the best planner is Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. So
Yes,
my
yes.
advice to the younger generation would be keep going. When the going gets tough, the toughs get going. Wow, it's like a macam lagu pula. So it's like the song, but it's true because in life you're going to face so many challenges in your career, in your personal life, and it's a matter of how you put it together, how you keep going, and the resilience. So the young people today, the millennials, the Gen Z, my advice would be equip yourself with resilience because resilience is a skill. Yeah,
It is.
problem
It is.
solving is a skill. So throughout life, throughout your career, you're going to meet a lot of difficult people as well. So
Yeah.
you also have to handle with how to handle difficult people. Yeah, but believe me, when you have the grit and the resilience, you can handle anything. Be it a difficult person, a difficult client, a difficult situation, you just
Mm.
have to keep going. You just don't say, tak nak lah buat benda ni, malas lah, tak ada
Mm.
masa. You end up to be procrastinating, you
Mm.
delay. So when you
Yeah.
delay stuff, you won't learn. So instead of delaying stuff, instead of procrastinating and then saying that, yang ni tak penting lah, buat apa aku nak buat kelas ni, tak penting pun buat ni. So you have to switch your mindset, your mindset and say, okay, benda ni susah, tapi saya rasa saya boleh buat. Saya rasa saya boleh buat benda ni. And then if you tak tahu, don't be afraid to seek for help. Seek a mentor. Seek someone senior than you.
True.
Seek
True.
someone for guidance. Yeah, if you're not sure of anything, ask, tanya. So same goes to me because when I'm not sure of anything, I will seek advice from my directors and my general manager. So I will go up to them and say, okay, so how do I do this? How do I do
Mm.
this proposal? How do I, you know, how do I draft this letter, such and
Mm.
such? So, for example, it's always good to seek for guidance, and it's okay because life is a learning process and we
Yes.
learn something new every day. You can
Yes.
be 30, you can be 45, you can be
Mm.
74, you can be 80, and you're still because we learn something new every day. And there's also news in the paper that there is a grandma. She's around 72. She did a master's, right? Yeah, she did a
Oh
master's.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my God. Yes, yes.
24 and she has 10 grandkids if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it's the learning opportunity is you know
It's vast. It's never ending.
yeah, never ending. You can be a grandma with 10 grandchildren and you're still learning and
Yeah.
taking your master's degree or PhD. So my advice to the younger generation is don't give up easily. So
Mm.
when you get knocked down, when life challenge you, when you face a difficult challenge in life, just go through it. You have to go through the pain. You have to go through the
Yep.
challenge because when you go through the pain, that is when you grow. When you go through
Yeah.
the pain, that is when you learn, and then it shapes your character and you become a better and wiser person through that painful experience.
And more resilient too. You know what? I think you mentioned something very important just now. You mentioned that, you know, one of your advice is if you don't know, you seek guidance from others. And I feel that it is still happening where women in general, they work in silos and they work in there's this silent individuality that
Mhm,
a woman maintains. Of course,
mhm.
I would love to see more collaborations among
Yeah,
women, but I feel that when we think about women, we feel that, oh, it's a competitive gender. Like if you're a woman and I'm a woman, we can't be in the same sector together. We can't be because you are my competitor. And I feel that this is something that we need to overcome. Obviously, we don't spell it out every time we see other women, like other successful women, oh, I'm so jealous of you, I hate you, sometimes we joke, but probably there is some truth to that joke, because at the back of our subconscious mind, we're
Mm-hmm.
thinking, oh, she's my competitor, she will take my grain of rice from my bowl, you know and I feel that if we just relax a bit and learn from each other, and seek mentorship, like how I seek mentorship from you, we can totally, work more collaboratively. We can exchange
Yeah.
more ideas, and I feel like there's a lot of room for everybody. And what you have might necessarily not be the same as what I have. And you know what? If we have the same thing to offer to the world, who cares? What's wrong with that? The world can have a slice of us. And I really believe that we, as the womenkind, or those who identify as women, we need to move forward in that sense. Of course, we say, hey, I'm empowering you empowering me, but what's the actions that are taken? Are we working in numbers? Are we having these important conversations among
Mm-hmm.
us on how to uplift um, the gender? I know this sounds very, like very gender specific, but again, as I said, it's about uplifting women, and it's not about discounting the other gender, which are males.
Mm-hmm.
And men have been a great part of my life. Men have been a great part of my life, romantically, in terms of work, in terms of, spiritually. They, men and women have their own way of influencing, you know the community, or and giving impact. It's just that I believe there's strength in numbers, there's power in numbers, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel that there are times that we need to have to take a step back,
Mm-hmm.
and not look at ourselves as competitors to each other when it comes to women versus women. It should be woman and woman, or women, us. It's not I versus you, but it's us. So yeah, thank you for raising that. I think that needs a bit of highlight in this conversation. Yeah.
Yes, and I agree with you, Hannis. Totally agree with you because we need to empower and also support each other. So that is how we grow. So we grow by supporting, empowering, and also motivating each other, men and women. Yeah.
Yeah. Men and women. That's
Okay.
why we marry each other, because we empower each other.
That's
But
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we've come to the end of the show. Okay, do you have any advice that you would like to share with our viewers today?
Advice. I think I've spoken spoken a lot, but one advice that I would tell is that this is nothing new, but I feel that whether you're a man or woman, this one habit would really make an impact towards your life. It's very atomic, it's very small in nature, but when you apply it consistently, it becomes, it blows up the entire course of your life. And
Yeah.
that advice is, if an action that will benefit you only takes 5 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
do that action immediately. If it only takes you 5 minutes to maybe go out for a jog, I don't know. I jog for 5 minutes because I have, a lack of stamina. But if it takes you 5 minutes to reach out to that potential client, if it takes you 5 minutes to send that email and stop procrastinating, if it takes you only 5 minutes to solat, you know, if it takes you 5 minutes to sit down and reevaluate your life, or to be grateful, then do it. So if a positive action only takes you 5 minutes, then just do it right there and then. So that's my advice to you and to myself. I need to start doing that a lot more. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that is a wonderful advice, Anis, and I agree with you. But
Yeah.
5 minutes email, take 5 minutes, solat. Yeah, so
Mm.
it's between us and the Creator, Almighty,
Mm.
Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, and also for us to reflect on ourselves.
Yeah.
And also 5 minutes exercise or stretching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes it takes 5 minutes or less, you know. And when you become, and when you do these things consistently, becomes a
Mm-hmm.
habit, you know, become a lifestyle become you.
Mm.
Yeah, and if you want to change your course of life, you need to become that person. So if you want to be someone who, maybe, I don't know, if you're happy with, okay, I want to be someone who will be world famous for my cookies, for example, then what would a person like that do at this point of time? What 5 minutes thing that she or he would do while you're thinking of that? When you become that person, you're like, oh, if I were someone like that, what I do is I would, you know, write down my recipes, perfect my recipes, and then like send more samples, and then, you know, engage other people to promote my services, oh, my goods. So yeah, I feel that that encapsulates the whole thing, the whole empowerment thing. You know, there's a lot of things, but you know, it becomes overwhelming when you take it like such a big perspective, but it becomes that much more manageable if you take one small step at a time. So that's
Yes.
on your habits. Yep.
It's a
Thank
step
you,
by
Parisha.
step. Yeah, it's a step by step room for improvement. Yeah.
Yep.
And there's no shortcut. You can't take the elevator. You have to take the stairs.
Nada, none. But how about you? What's the one thing that you have, what's the one thing that you've done consistently throughout the years that you are so thankful that you've done it?
Okay, so for me, every morning when I wake
Mm-hmm.
up of bed, this is my routine every
Mm-hmm.
day. Every day. When I wake up from bed, I will thank myself and say, today is a new day. Don't think so much about yesterday. Start a new mission and vision. And I have a gratitude journal where I write what are the things that I'm grateful for. And also, when I've come through some obstacles, some life challenges or work challenge, I just take a deep breath. Okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you just need like me time,
Yeah.
just to be alone and like get it all together and like, okay, I can do this. Yeah, because you also have some moments in life where you doubt yourself and you
Mhm.
also think, I can't do this or this is hard. I can't do this proposal. But usually I will just take time and, chill, me time, watch Netflix. Yeah,
Like
chill.
Netflix.
Yeah, cook. Yeah, I like to cook, watch Netflix, chill, relax for a while. And then when you're already calm and composed, you're like, now I know what to write for my proposal. Now I know what to write for my essay because the idea starts coming in when you're
Yeah.
less stressful and when you're chill. So
Mhm.
usually, after I watch a good movie, for example, on Netflix, like, okay, so I chill for a while, sit down at the sofa, and then suddenly, like, now I can do my work. The ideas start pouring in.
Yeah. You know, I think like because of this pandemic, a lot of
Yeah,
people are working from home, and
yeah.
I don't know,
We
there
have to
there is,
chill. We have to
yeah,
chill.
yeah, you can't
Yeah.
chill. But you know what? I understand why people can't chill, because they have suddenly work and life mixes in the same place. So you don't have like
Yeah.
a boundary of
Mm.
okay, pukul 6 habis kerja. But ini tak, like I know a lot of people are working way more than they should, and myself included, you know, because you understand responsibilities and then you want to get things done, but at the same
Mhm.
time you have to take a moment and then chill for a while, you know, chill. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's always good to pause and
Mm.
chill and also have a journal and write down what are the things that you're most grateful for. Yeah. So when you write it down, you manifest. So it's like a law of attraction. Uh,
Yep.
yeah, law of attraction. And then you manifest, you write it down in a piece of paper. And whenever you feel like, I just wake out of bed, I'm so stressed, I don't want to go to work, and you write down on a piece of paper what are the things that you're most grateful for and
Mhm.
take time to chill, relax, and then suddenly you're like, okay, now I'm going to start work. Now I'm going to start working on my paper. Now I'm going to
Mm,
start working on my proposal. Yeah,
mm.
now I'm going to start working on my email to the potential client. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
because that takes energy and
yeah,
focus.
yeah, energy, focus, and also chill. Yeah.
Mm.
So for me, how I calm myself down is through watching a movie, food. So yeah, have a nice sandwich or a nice sushi or something.
Yeah, I haven't had sushi for a while. I look forward to, we should totally hang and then go to our favorite sushi place very, very soon.
Yes, very, very soon after
Hey,
CMCO.
Sukiya, please, Sukiya.
Sukiya again. Okay, high five. Sukiya again.
Sukiya, done. Sukiya, very, very soon. Very soon. And
Okay, thank you so much,
yeah.
Hannis, for being in Women Empowerment Series video podcast. And I hope to those of you who are watching this, if you would like to connect with Hannis personally on her Instagram, on her Facebook, and LinkedIn. So, what is your FB, IG, and also LinkedIn so people can connect with you online?
Hey, thank you so much for asking because I was just about to plug. Okay, so you can follow me on Hannis Hisham, HANNIS Hisham, HISHAM. So there's not, if you type Hannis without double N, then you're not gonna find me. So make sure you put two of those N's together side by side. Hannis Hisham. And you can reach my website at hannishisham.com. That's where I share my MC portfolio, MC experience. If you want to get to know more on the business level, that's a service that I provide. I host events, and secondly, I'm on Instagram as well, Hannis Hisham. There, what do I share? I share a lot. Sometimes I share MC tips. Sometimes I share my life as a host. Sometimes I share, shameless selfies because I empower myself. But yeah, I think from time to time I do share helpful content, and you can actually check out my IGTV. I have like some series that I've recorded for the audience, whether it's about learning about yourself, learning, I think I shared English tips as well. And I think it's all about, it's feel good stuff in there. Yeah. On LinkedIn, I can also be found at Hannis Hisham. I've been a bit quiet there, but I'm gonna follow Farisha. I'm just gonna, be more alive on LinkedIn. I think a lot of cool people are on there. I really, really missed LinkedIn, but yeah, I'm gonna put 5 minutes to post something on LinkedIn and connect with others.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Hannis. Thank you so much for spending time with me for Women Empowerment Series video podcast. And to those of you out there who is watching this, I hope you are inspired. I hope you are motivated by the sharing from Hannis just now. Till then, stay safe, take care. Bye. Bye, Hannis.